What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Full Metal Analysis. I'm your boy Bruce Diggy. Got my co-host MJ Detroit. Let's go ahead and get the elephant out the room, man. Let's talk about it. The worst man in America, the number one villain of them all. Jamo got pulled over 3 weeks ago for having the gun under the car, man. It was his gun. The gun was registered to him. Channel 7 decided to report on it 3 weeks later. I hear Woodward called them snitches. What are your thoughts? Everybody's going crazy, Marcus. What are your thoughts on it, man?
Everybody is going crazy. It's another thing with Jamo. In the grand scheme of things, it's another thing that we talked about earlier, which was like, he just didn't read the last page. Everything was going fine. The gun was registered to him. And just the fact that it was tucked underneath the seat, that's what the whole thing was all about. Had it been, 6 inches, 6 inches back, it would have been in the back seat technically, and that wouldn't have been an issue. And now it's this is just another thing, and people definitely are going crazy about it. I don't feel as strong about it as some people do, but that's just me.
Hey man, J-Mo said the most gangster thing. I heard a lot of people say, "Hey man, I live in Detroit. What you want me to do?" And he was like on Connors and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm not mad at him, man. I'm not mad at him at all, man. I mean, I know plenty of people who live in Detroit who are not millionaires that carry guns. And I can't be mad at him, man. Now, should he have read the rules? Do we gotta know what he gotta do in order to carry the gun? Yeah, like when I have my gun, you know what I'm saying, I always know that I can't have a clip in. The gun has got to be stored in some type of container. It can't be ready to use. Yeah, he's got to know all that. Is he public enemy number one because he had a gun? Almost everybody in Detroit has a gun. So, you know what I'm saying? No, it's not a big issue. It's not a big thing. People, the Channel 7 wanted to make it a big thing. They chasing the story. And then all these, I don't even know what to call it, square people, man, just want to make it into a big thing like it's not a normal thing.
Yeah, man. At first Jamo was a very divisive player, and I felt like it was split like 50-50. But now that people have seen what we've been saying all along is how dynamic he is on the field, I feel like it's more like 60-40, 70-30. And that is basically where I'm at, is that we talked about it, man. We talked about, I didn't want to call him a bad guy because he had never really been in trouble with the law with anything that has hindered him in his young career. But this is the first incident with the law that we've heard about, and it's a gun involved. And I'm I stand by what I said. Is it a fluke, or is it just happenstance that the Lions finally get a guy on their team who is a little bit, just a guy who colors outside the lines, and next thing you know, according to Bill Belichick, they have an unstoppable offense, or is it, it's got to be something to it. And I heard people, these are the extreme people on that 35% that's like, oh, this guy, I heard people call in, we don't need this guy, and I'm just so tired of his antics, and he's a distraction to the team, and just the usual talking points. And so I had to look at it, man. I had to look at it, and the Lions are 6-1. Like we said, they easily have the most dynamic offense in football right now. And if you look at their team, if you look at their stats, number one on the team in yards, I'm on Ross St. Brown. Number two is Jameson Williams. You look at averages, average yards per catch. Jameson Williams leads the team, 21 yards average per catch. Touchdowns. St. Brown, number one. Number two, Jameson Williams. You can go on targets. Second, Jameson Williams. One, Amon-Ra St. Brown. So going into this season, man, we did a number of videos and we talked about it. Can Jamo step up and be that number two receiver and show what he's really capable of doing in this league? And up to the season, man, he's done it. And I think people are combining his first 2 seasons into this season, like that Jamo from the Jamo from the past 2 seasons is not the Jamo that we have now. Because this guy up until now, he's been on the field, he hasn't had any issues, and all he's been doing is playing ball, and he's been getting reps, and he's the number 2 receiver. Where back then, he was fighting to get on the field essentially. So I'm with you, man. Everybody got to calm down. It was like I said, one different thing could have went a different way, and this wouldn't even be a story.
Yeah, man. I feel like the people who are complaining are like they must live in a nice neighborhood. They've never had a reason to own a gun or anything like that, because I just feel like the average person wouldn't care either way. Like I said, it wasn't like he was involved in the shootout. It wasn't like, he got caught robbing somebody. It wasn't like he was transporting guns. You know what I'm saying? Then you could say something crazy, and he is producing on the field. So I can't see him being a distraction to the team. I'm pretty sure if you asked his teammates and you asked them, is what Jamo got going on outside, is that a distraction? They'd be like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Jamo's my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? If no, half the team don't have guns. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's not a big issue. It's over with. The police didn't arrest him. I don't think we'll hear anything else about it. I mean, he did get a lawyer. So, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think anything will come of it.
Yeah, they said the prosecutor said she was going to reopen the case and see if anything needs to be done. Even if anything does come out of it, I don't think it's going to be anything significant. It'll just be like doing something for the sake of doing something, honestly, just to say that they covered their bases and all of that, and it'll be something minor, and the story will go away, and we'll wait till the next one. But hey, man, look, man, that's just what you get when you get a guy like Jamo.
Yeah, man, pretty much, man. I don't even think the police would have reopened the case. Channel 7 was like, hey, what are you guys doing? And they was like, hey, we gotta do something. Let's we gotta make it look like we care. You know what I'm saying? I think if Channel 7 had a report of this, it would have been dead, and nothing would have came of it. But the news making you look bad, you gotta at least make it seem like you were doing your job. So that's all it is.
That's all it is. That's all I got on that. But moving